Welcome to this week's edition of the King Closer Reacts, where I'm going to be reacting to the man that I respect the least in this industry, the leader of the Trang dynasty, Trang himself, Steve Trang. Now, this man goes out and he sells education. He calls himself a closer. Now, we all know, we see the thumbnail. We see that he has been arrested before for being a fake closer, okay? But the only time that we've ever actually seen him talk to a seller was during the 2020 Closures Olympics. We had to go deep into the archives to find today's video to react to. And quite frankly, we're all going to be extremely disappointed because you're not going to see any closing today. I already know. I've been around Steve Trang. I've seen Steve Trang. I know what he brings to the table. He brings this game that he brings to the table with these sellers where he says, did I catch you at a bad time? You wouldn't be able to sign that agreement today, right? All these, it's like, what are you saying? They want to sell the house. Aren't you the buyer? Why aren't you trying to close the deal? Oh, to be quite honest with you, the fact that I have to actually record this video has ruined my day. So let's get on with it. I apologize to everyone. There's not going to be anything good today, but it is what it is. You wanted it. So now we're going to watch Steve Trang, Mr. Trang, come on and try to close the deal.
Hey, Ben.
Awkward. Hey, Ben, say something. What's wrong with you? First thing I'll notice is this is back when Steve Trang still had hair. It looked nice. Looked nice. Hey, Ben. He doesn't know you. Trang.
Oh, you're not Andrea?
No, this is not Andrea. Were you expecting a call from Andrea?
I just got a phone call from this phone number from Andrea.
Oh, that's bizarre. Yeah. Maybe it was my partner, Anita.
Maybe.
Yeah. I was talking to her. You were interested in selling a property over on Cedarwood Avenue. And I was just curious why you guys haven't sold it yet.
Yeah. Couple of things that I will point out. When you call someone from a cold call, okay, and you're doing the follow-up call, introduce yourself. Explain why you're calling. I don't know why he loves the awkwardness here. He loves living in the awkwardness. Personally, I feel like it's from some childhood trauma. I think it's because he has lived his entire life just being awkward. So he thinks this is a good way to close. I don't like it. Hey, Ben, this is Steve Trang. I'm calling about this property over here. You talked to Anita earlier today. You still looking to sell that property? Why not explain yourself? Because he never learned how.
Because I'm waiting for the inheritance to pay off the house.
Gotcha.
And the fact that I have house problems, so I need a cash deal.
Oh, you need a cash deal. Okay. And you haven't received one yet?
A green cash deal, not a check cash deal.
You're looking for someone to bring a briefcase.
Oh, not a briefcase, but the property's worth the banks were closed at $200,000. The life insurance is paying that off, less $20,000, so it's $20,000 more to the bank. And I'm saying, give me $80,000, not the check going in my bank account, and you can have the house and make yourself $100,000.
I see. So the outstanding balance today is $20,000, and once that's and you're looking to get
$220.
Okay.
The life insurance policy, what your representative was doing charged by the state, takes care of it. Then that's down to 20, and then give me 80, and then you make $100,000.
I see. So you're basically, if I understand this correctly, you're looking for around $300,000.
No, I'm looking for $80,000.
80 grand.
And the bank needs 20.
Bank needs 20 after the life insurance pays off. Got it. I apologize.
Yes.
Okay. So Ben, before we continue, can I share with you how these calls generally go?
I don't know. I get someone calls me, it's a telemarketing call, and I say hello, and then I go, hey.
Right. So you.
This seller is a man after my own heart. I mean, again, another question. Steve is a highly trained salesperson, right? He comes from that background of like every call he has to ask that question where it's like, hey, can I tell you how these calls normally go? And when you run into this type of personality, because Steve lacks the ability to improvise because he's not actually a closer, you run into this seller that's like, I mean, normally you call me, I say hello, and you explain why you're calling. You couldn't do that, but here we are. Awkward. Even Steve knows it's awkward right now. Look at that look on his face. Look at it. And here's the most embarrassing part about this. Steve had to face Aaron Bevins, the other person that's guaranteed not a closer. So he actually got a free pass. He got a buy on this because he ended up competing against the other worst closer in the Closers Olympics. So Steve Trang can actually claim that he won a round in the Closers Olympics. What a dud of a round.
Get a lot of these.
We have a voice recording, and then the voice recording hangs up, and then I get a call from like some 16-year-old girl saying, "Hi, can I put you in charge of my main phone?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then some guy calls me up, and he goes, "Well, I want to come take a look at it." I'm like, "That's great. Here's my conditions."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Okay." And then I go to closing, and the fucking guy shows up and says, "Okay, check." I'm like, "We're at the fucking closing. We're talking now. I explained to you how this fucking deal was going to happen, and now you're not going to have it happen."
Wow.
Because I put all the effort there and put your train off and everything, fly out the fucking laptop, and then this motherfucker wastes my fucking day, cost me $6,000 to fly down to the island, and now I'm sitting here and turn around and went back.
Wow.
This seller's going off the hinges. It's going off the rails. I mean, listen, you ask a question, you think you know how the seller's going to respond, but you never know. And right off the bat, he's like, there's an emotion, an angry emotion, right? He's dipping into the previous experience of what someone else did. Quite honestly, Steve doesn't really want this guy talking about this right now. I mean, maybe it could be somewhat beneficial because he could leverage that on how he could be better, how he could build credibility through his process. I doubt he's going to do it, but he could leverage this. But I don't think this is where he wants this conversation going right now, to be honest with you.
Courts are closed for a couple more months down there because you got a great guy in charge. I understand that guy does his up more than his life and got $500 million on his 18th birthday. But goddamn. Hey, but they're in charge. You voted in, someone wants shit for free up there.
Right.
So, whatever they need.
So
I'm sitting there going, well, this is what I have going on. And if you can work with me, work with me. If you can't do anything with that, then I'm wasting my time again.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It sounds like you had a
phone call goes.
Yeah, it sounds like you had a really bad experience with the other guy. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, wasting my fucking time. I mean, I takes 4 fucking planes to come down there.
He thinks that guy was a waste of time. Well, buckle up, buddy, because you're talking to Steve Trang. Watch him ask a bunch of irrelevant questions and waste your time. Here it comes. I can't wait to see what the next question Steve's going to ask. If we were to come to an agreement today, I'm sure you wouldn't be able to sign, right?
And then I got to turn around and fly all the way fucking back.
Yeah.
You know what bush power fucking costs? Ain't fucking cheap.
Right. So Ben, for as far as these phone calls go, I apologize. You had a really bad experience. Clients that we work with are generally pretty happy working with us. So
that's what everyone said.
That's because you close one deal a year. That one person's happy. It's usually your third removed cousin.
I know.
Sales technique to say, yeah, you had a horrible experience. They realized they got the shaft, and that's what happened. I'm willing to take the shaft. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm offering it so cheap.
Right. So, but before we go into the numbers and all, can I just share with you how these phone calls generally go?
You already asked.
Sure. So first of all, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule. Typically, the homeowners that we talk to, The things they want to know is essentially, are we paying cash? How much we're going to pay, and how soon they can get their money. Am I missing anything there?
Well, I told you what needs to be done.
Right.
Before the courts come, I don't give a shit.
Okay, gotcha. And so, as far as the time frame, I understand the court date. You got to deal with the foreclosure. You got to deal with the IRS. But as far as
deal with shit from walking away.
Okay,
Nothing I need to deal with.
Gotcha. Okay, so it sounds like then if I can give you what you want today, then you'll be able to sign and close.
I got to rebook a flight, fly down there again, get you in the house. I'm not letting you in there unless you've got insurance or something on your own. So, and I don't know anyone who's got insurance to walk into the house. If you just break your weight, you'll sue, and I'm not going to deal with any more lawsuits in my fucking life.
Yeah.
See, the problem right now that Steve's running into is this seller is a bulldozer. And Steve wants to be systematic about this. He's not matching that intensity. He's not matching that energy, right? He wants to go about it slow and methodical and go through the script and the process and all the things that he feels like he needs to say. This guy doesn't give a shit. He's like, I told you what I want. Are you going to give it to me? Or if not, quit wasting my fucking time. He wants to move on. Steve's got to up that energy, match the intensity going on right now, right? Even like the body language. He's got this smile on his face because he thinks it's funny. But it's like, is this a potentially closable deal? The motivation is there. So when we look at it, what bucket of seller am I putting him in? Well, right now, we have a price. I don't know if that's a good price or a bad price. I do like the fact that he has a number, though, because that's one of the factors that we need to know. And then on a motivation scale, he's highly motivated. So he's highly motivated. What is the price? Is that a good price or a bad price? Because from there, he needs to decide. If it's a bad price, he has to go into that and try to educate the seller on how his motivation needs to match the price that Steve needs it at. If it can, if it's feasible with like this mortgage and the cash that he needs to walk away. I don't know that Steve has what's the word I'm looking for here? If he can improvise enough to get there, because he's got his system that he wants to follow. This is a struggle for Steve.
Down there with you, but I gotta fly down.
Okay.
The whole thing is I'm not gonna waste my fucking time.
Right. Sounds like your time's really important to you.
No, everyone's fucking time is important. Your time important? That's not you want to go up here, you can work the streets with it.
Yeah. So,
right? I mean, let's be realistic about this shit.
But if I can give you the number you're looking for,
make shit happen. It's just more fucking talking in my ears and waste my fucking time. Yeah, I still want to deal with that shit.
right. So if I can give you the number you're looking for, then that's something that you feel comfortable signing an agreement, and we can be able to close in the next week or two.
I'll fly down. You fucking can show me you actually had fucking cash. You had a fucking check this time. I don't care if it's fucking through a glass fucking window.
Right.
And
So,
police station. I don't give a shit about that aspect. I just want to fucking know that it's a real fucking deal and I'm not wasting my fucking time.
right. Gotcha. Okay. So just help me out here. What I'm understanding is you need 100,000 total, 20,000 to pay off the balance.
80 in a check, 80 to me, and then it's all fucking yours.
Okay. And I'm just curious, you mentioned it was or I saw in the notes, it's your uncle's place. How much work is going to be required?
Zero. It's completely rehabbed. Just $150,000 in insurance work on it.
Gotcha. Okay. And why haven't you listed it with an agent?
Because
Why? Why would we ask that question? I hate it more than anything when a closer tries to kill a deal with asking a question that's irrelevant. The guy is clearly saying, I'm motivated. I want to sell. My time's been wasted. Someone come along, give me a check for 80 grand, pay off the 20 grand. Give it to me. That's what he wants. Why do you actually care why he hasn't listed with a realtor? I don't understand that. I understand asking it at times. I don't understand asking it with this seller. I'm going to ask Steve. I'm going to ask, why did you ask that question? Because I don't know the answer.
I get nothing for it because I owe the IRS money. They come in the form of a fucking check.
Okay, so that's where I guess the confusion was. So you need cash because you don't want to have the IRS seizing your.
Or fucking gold, or fucking silver. I don't give a shit. I mean, the U.S. economy is going to fucking fail. So 80 grand is going to be 60 grand in fucking 6 months anyway.
Right.
That's why up here I deal with gold now.
So this says the mortgage is 194. This guy's saying he owes 20, and then there's going to be insurance proceeds that pays off, and he wants 80. So I thought it was 100. This is very confusing to me. I don't know where that 194 came from. Interesting.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing better than gold.
That's 100% certain.
You know.
So
you know what I can do with gold? I can go to any other fucking country and sell that fucking gold and still with fucking gold.
So I
the
just
fucking American dollar is gonna be worth when half the fucking country closed and all these other countries are open. We're fucked.
right.
Inflation's gonna hit. Everyone's gonna be fucked in this country.
No, for sure. Inflation is going to be very
do what I can
serious.
do. If I need to leave, I can go down to goddamn Rio.
So if I understand it correctly, then so when we close at the title company, money, you want it to not go into a bank account, but you want the actual.
I can't have it go in a bank account. I can't own a bank account. I can't own a credit card.
I see. Okay, so basically the only way this is going to happen is if there's actual cash.
Yeah. Or gold or some other precious metal. I'm not looking for a fucking Rolex because I don't give a shit about Rolexes.
Right.
I'm not going to sit there and buy fucking bread with a Rolex. But up here, I can go to the store, hit up 3 grains, and have enough food for the week.
Okay, so, you know.
So I can do whatever I want with that because this is the way we operate up here.
So.
You know? All the people out here, all the people monitoring us are the goddamn bears. And that's got to keep them out of my trailer.
Now, when you're talking to the.
breaking in my trailer last year, the motherfucker ruined it. Fucking ate right through the goddamn door last time I went out.
And when you were dealing with the other investor, I mean, what happened? Like, it was because he brought money to the title company and that screwed things up?
No, I went to the closing of the title company. He's like, okay, where's your routing number? I'm like, routing number? He's like, well, we have to either give you a check or a routing number. I'm like, motherfucker, I said fucking cash.
Gotcha.
And I fucking walked out.
Okay. So I don't think
it cost me a lot of fucking money to come down there to deal with that shit. And I don't want to fucking be wasting my fucking goddamn time or effort to sit there with a goddamn fucking guy who can't listen to fucking simple instructions after very fucking clear to explain to him. I cannot have it. He's like, oh, we're putting your buddy's fucking name. No, we're not putting in my buddy's fucking name. We're putting in fucking cash.
Now, when we close, it sounds like we're going to have to.
Sell it to me for a fucking dollar, have the cash in the fucking parking lot. I don't give a fuck.
Right. So, but you have, like, the IRS is the problem here. Am I getting that right?
For me.
Yeah.
For me, it's the problem. That's why the company got my name. I never had my name.
So.
I put my uncle's name. When I bought that house, I put it in his name.
So.
And they go every company gets goddamn fucking loan and everything else off the net. It's just free fucking money and fucking 2 cents.
So can I ask you a weird question?
Yeah.
When you talk to these other investors, did any of them offer you this option to pay you cash outside your close?
Like, well, let me know if they go for the cash.
Well, so.
I'm fucking talking to a lady at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she's like, well, we can do that, but I'm not going to be able to do that. And I'm like, either you fucking can or you fucking can't.
Right.
Because
So.
they do at the beginning, then they go talk to their fucking investors because it's not really their fucking money. So then they talk to another fucking guy, and for a fucking week, I'm sitting on a goddamn fucking phone playing fucking patty cake.
Sounds like you're tired of getting dicking around. Sounds like you're real.
There you go. He actually tried to match the energy there. It sounds like you're tired of being dicked around. I mean, dude, when someone is approaching you with like this sort of aggression and that language, I think you need to mirror it. I think you need to match it. So I like that move there by Steve. Unfortunately, he's doing it now where this is not a closable deal. I mean, no one's going to give this guy the straight cash to, I guess, avoid the IRS. So that, I don't know. The audio is pretty rough on this. But yeah, I mean, this is not a closable deal.
If I wanted to fucking dick around, I'd go to a fucking goddamn fucking strip club.
So.
At least I get something out of the deal.
So let me ask you this, because what you're asking for is a little unusual. You know, like, I don't think you're far off if this was a regular sale asking for $80,000, but.
$100,000 great sales, that's what $100,000. Not a fucking problem.
Right,
I'm
but
not gonna lay on a piano that I've got a fucking guy there like fucking game, because you don't need fucking right bastards. Be fucking breaking my plates every fucking week.
if we were able to come up,
Down there, I don't want any fucking more, so I don't give a shit.
for us to do a transaction in all cash, actual greenbacks, I think we probably wouldn't be able to do the 80,000. Is that a number you're absolutely attached to?
Well, you're gonna make $100,000 off the fucking deal.
Possibly, but we don't know for sure.
How else you get sold for 200 plus all fucking day?
I know, but you're like you mentioned earlier. I mean, you got the inflation.
City for fucking most beautiful fucking backyard. It's been worth every year for the past 12 years. The most beautiful fucking backyard in the whole fucking town of Bolingbrook.
Right. No, I don't question any of that.
Brand new bathroom, brand new plumbing, brand new water heater, brand new ductwork, brand new furnace, brand new wood floors, brand new fucking kitchen cabinets.
Right. My concern is really the actual cash component. Like the actual pay cash. Like actually go to a.
Fuck stops. So you figure that out. Let me know. Give me a call back.
Well, we can do the cash, but it can't be 80,000. It can't be the 80,000.
Well, I can't do that, then no fucking deal.
Okay, so that's the best you can do.
Anyway, thanks for the call.
All right. So that was one of his calls. He actually won that round. He actually won that round based off of that call. That's how bad Aaron Bedmans did. All right, let's fast forward. I want to get us to where he's in the second day. He goes into an overtime. So give me just 2 seconds here. I mean, what did you guys think about that? I don't know. I mean, personally speaking, I think they both should have been eliminated. Day 2, overtime. Oh,
Steve's got added pressure here because his landlord's kicking him out.
Hello, Christian.
I don't think I went far enough. Yeah. There's another day here. All right, let's back up just a little. Right here.
It's probably about 2 hours, 2.5. Bottom, and that's just too far away. So I just get a motel room when I go up there now.
Oh, really? How far is that?
From Gordondale to Bottom.
Yeah.
It's probably about.
So the reason why I want to show this is Steve Trang's claim to fame. This is his close in the Closers Olympics, all right? Now, what's funny about Steve Trang using this, leveraging this as his claim to fame, he likes to call me an order taker, okay? Watch him take this order.
Probably about 2 hours, 2.5.
Oh, wow. So like 4 or 5 hours round trip.
Yeah. So it wasn't really worth it for me. So I just get a motel room now.
Oh, man. That's got to be expensive.
Well, I don't stay there all the time. I'm in Arizona, and he wants to stay in Texas. He wanted to be in Texas, so.
Okay. Now, you said you were looking for, I don't know if I heard you correctly. You're saying you were looking for 20, 30,000?
I'm looking for 35 to 40,000.
35 to 40,000. Okay. Now, let's pretend I was able to send you an offer of 35,000. That's not something that you would be able to sign.
I'm sorry, now, what was that?
If I was able to send you.
Literally, the question is so confusing. It's like, what? Yeah, if you give me 35,000, I'm going to sign it. I wish someone would dumbass him one time. They're like, yeah, dumbass, I'm going to sign it.
If I was able to email you an agreement for $35,000, I don't suppose that's something that you'd be able to sign today.
Right now, I'm doing shopping that I haven't been able to do for quite a while.
Yeah.
And so I probably won't be home till this afternoon sometime.
This afternoon?
I live out in the country.
Okay. What part?
So, I mean, if you send me something, I would definitely be interested in getting rid of it.
Okay. What is your email, Frank?
It's S-R
Mute.
S-P-A-R-K.
We're gonna mute that so you don't get this man's email address.
For $35,000, you're telling me you would feel comfortable signing that today?
I would be comfortable telling that today for 35.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and send you an email in about 30 minutes.
Now that's I want 35 cash. I want no payments enough.
35,000. That's in your pocket. No games.
Yep.
You know why he had to say that? Because Steve's not even a good order taker. A good order taker would have done reverse rapport there, built it through credibility and explaining his process, answering any questions that he might have. So he doesn't have to ask that question and be like, it's 35, there's no closing costs, no commissions, all that. You need to explain that. A closer knows this. A good order taker knows this. Come on, Trang.
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. It's on its way.
I just got the paperwork on that, and it actually the county, because that's two properties right there.
Yeah.
And then actually, what beginning and appraisal on was 76. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
half. So I
Okay.
just figured I could go half. If I come up with cash, I give it to them for half.
All right, perfect. We'll put cash in your pocket, Frank.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Watch him celebrate. His celebrations are as exciting as his closing.
35,000.
He says 10 more minutes so judges could score.
All right, here's the deal. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm tired of Steve Trang, tired of the Trang dynasty going around killing wholesaling in South Carolina. We all know, I don't have the physical proof yet, but rumors are that he was in Pennsylvania and he was part of wholesaling regulations coming down in Pennsylvania. The man is an absolute monster and he's terrible at closing. So here's the thing. Steve Trang, I challenge you to a closer's cage match. Actually go live with me, dial for dial, so we can see you just absolutely shit the bed and not close deals. You're not even a good order taker. So it's time the King Closer actually puts Steve Trang in retirement, out of the industry, so he can stop talking about it. That was disgusting. It's literally was one of the worst closes I've ever seen. You're not even good at order taking. You couldn't even be a good waiter, okay? Much less a closer. Steve Trang, I challenge you this Thursday, closer's cage match. King Closer versus Trang Lang. Let me know if you accept.